Hello everyone! Welcome back to our course ChatGPT and More Software Testing Tools Every QA Should Know. In this tutorial, we'll delve into TestNG assertions with Selenium Java with the help of ChatGPT. Thank you for joining this video, and let's get started. This video is a part of the Udemy course Manual and Automation Software Testing with the help of ChatGPT. For more information, check the description or visit the website TestNG101.net below the video. TestNG is a testing framework for Java designed to simplify a broad range of testing needs, from unit testing to integration testing. The NG in TestNG stands for Next Generation. It provides powerful features and functionalities that make it particularly suitable for test automation in Java applications. In Selenium Java, TestNG is often used as a testing framework to organize and execute test cases efficiently by adding TestNG annotations, TestNG assertions, generate reports, etc. In this video, we are paying attention to the TestNG assertions with Selenium Java. Assertions in TestNG are crucial for verifying expected outcomes in test cases. Assertions allow testers to compare the actual result of a test with the expected result and determine whether the test has passed or failed. In the context of Selenium Java automation testing, TestNG assertions are used to validate elements, text, attributes, and other properties of web elements on a web page. For example, you can assert that a particular element is displayed, has a specific text value, or has a certain attribute set. The main assertion methods provided by TestNG include assert equals, assert not equals, assert true, assert false, assert not null, assert null, and others. These methods make it easy to perform various types of comparisons and validations within your test cases. Let's explore each of them separately, and the first is assert equals. Assert equals is a method provided by TestNG for performing assertion-based testing. This method compares two values and checks whether they are equal. If the values are equal, the test passes. Otherwise, it fails. Take a look at the signature of the assert equals method on the screen. The actual value is the value obtained from the test execution. The expected value is the value that the test should have. When the assert equals is called, TestNG compares the actual and expected values. If they are equal, the test continues to execute without any interruption. However, if they are not equal, TestNG marks the test as failed, and any subsequent code in the test method is not executed. Let's go to the practice and add this assertion to the test script with the help of ChatGPT. For example, our task is to write a Selenium Java test case to open the TestNG101.net webpage and then check if the desired page is opened. For that reason, we navigate to the website and copy the URL of it. In the next step, open ChatGPT and input a sentence prompt. Write me a Selenium Java test script to open the TestNG101.net website. ChatGPT provides a simple Selenium Java test script to open the website using the Chrome browser. Copy it. Then navigate to the IntelliJ IDEA. For each of our lessons, we create a separate class. This time, we name the class assertions, so it will be easier for you to find the code you need in the future. Paste the test script from ChatGPT to the assertion file. The final code will be available in lecture materials and on our website TestNG101.net. Using this code, we can open our web page, run it, and check the results. Once the test is run, we can proceed with adding the TestNG assertion to check whether our test gave us the expected outcomes. For example, we can use our site logo on the web page and write the TestNG assertion to check if it's displayed on the page. Let's try it. The first step is to write the XPath for this element of the web page. Hover the mouse over the logo and inspect it. The HTML code of the website logo will be displayed pre-selected. Hover the mouse over it, right-click on the mouse, and choose the Copy Element option. The next step is to navigate to ChatGPT and add the next sentence prompt. Write me the XPath for the element by text. Paste the HTML code of the element below the prompt. ChatGPT provides the XPath by text to locate the logo element on the web page based on its text content. As you can see, this element consists of the Software Testing 101 text, so we can write the assertion to check whether the element with such text is displayed on our web page. For that reason, copy the XPath. Then write down the next sentence prompt. Add me the TestNG assertion equals Software Testing 101. 4. Paste the XPath of the logo next to the prompt. Without submitting the prompt, back to the IntelliJ IDEA and copying the code of the entire test script. Then back to ChatGPT and finish writing the prompt by adding to and paste the code of the test script below the prompt. Once it's submitted, ChatGPT provides an updated test script that consists of the corresponding assert equal assertion. Copy it. Return to IntelliJ IDEA and replace the code of our assertion file with the updated code that contains our TestNG assertion. Thus, using ChatGPT, we added a few more steps to our test script, in particular a comment to find the spam element with the specified text, and then assert that the text of the spam element is expected. Slide 27.2 check if any assertion works. We recommend running a negative test case first. Let's do that. Find expected keywords and change them to, for example, Software Testing 101. Now we can run the code to make sure we did everything correctly. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed indicating the assertion error, which displays that the expected result doesn't equal the actual result, meaning that our assertion works. Now let's run the positive test case. Write the desired Software Testing 101 keywords into the expected values of our assertion. Then click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed indicating that the test passes 1. It means that our assertion will expected values Software Testing 101 and the actual values are the same. Let's move on to the next TestNG assertion, which is assert not equals. It's another assertion method provided by TestNG for performing assertion-based testing. This method verifies that two values are not equal to each other. Take a look at the signature of the assert not equals method on the screen. Actual value. This parameter represents the value that you want to test. It's the value that your code or method returns. Expected value. This parameter represents the expected value that you want actual value to not be equal to. When you use assert not equals actual value, expected value, TestNG compares the actual value with the expected value. If they are equal, the assertion fails, and TestNG will mark the test as failed. Let's practice adding this assertion to the test script with the help of ChatGPT. Our Find Elements form webpage contains the Terms and Conditions checkbox, and we can write the assert not equals test script to verify whether the Terms and Conditions checkbox is checked. The first step is to write the script itself to navigate and find the corresponding checkbox. To do this, navigate to the Find Elements form and scroll to the Terms and Conditions checkbox. Then, hover the mouse over the checkbox and inspect it. The HTML code of the Terms and Conditions checkbox will be displayed. Hover the mouse over it, right-click on the mouse, and select the Copy Element option. In the next step, open ChatGPT and input a sentence prompt. Write me a Selenium Java test script by XPath in order to click on the checkbox. Paste the HTML code of the checkbox below the prompt. Also, add the following keywords. On the web page, paste the URL of the Find Elements webpage. Then, submit the prompt. ChatGPT provides the modified script with the addition of TestNG assertions, assert not equals, to verify the checked or unchecked state of the checkbox. Let's check it in IntelliJ IDEA. Click on the Copy Code button. For each of our lessons, we create a separate class. In case of the assertion, we create a separate class for each of them, so it will be easier for you to find the code you need in the future. Create an assertion not equal new public class and paste the test script that was generated by ChatGPT into it. Then, change the public class name checkbox test to the name of the test script file, which is assertion not equal, as they should be the same. Also, don't forget to set the path to the Chrome driver executable on your device by replacing it in the system.set property line of the code. Upon inspecting our form, it seems that the checkbox is not initially visible, and to check it, we first need to scroll the page down. So this step must also be added to our script. Follow the on-screen example and add scroll the checkbox into the view line of the code after the find the checkbox using XPath step of our assertion not equal file. Now, let's pay attention to the assert that has been added. The first is assert not equals, checkbox is selected, true, checkbox is initially checked. It verifies that the checkbox is not initially checked, not selected. If the checkbox is selected, the assertion will fail with the provided message, checkbox is initially checked. If the checkbox is not selected, the assertion passes. The second one is assert not equals, checkbox is selected, false, checkbox is not checked after clicking. It verifies that the checkbox is checked after clicking. If the checkbox is not checked after clicking, the assertion will fail with the provided message, checkbox is not checked after clicking. If the checkbox is checked after clicking, the assertion passes. To verify our assertion, let's first run the test case with a negative scenario. Change the expected attribute of our second assertion to true. In this case, our assertion assert not equals checkbox is selected true means that after running the test case, the checkbox should be unchecked, and then the test result will be passed. Otherwise, the assertion result should fail. Now we can run the code to ensure everything is correct. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed, indicating an assertion error. Checkbox is not checked after clicking, did not expect true, but found true. It means that our negative test case for such assert not equals works as expected. Now let's try the positive scenario. Change back the expected attribute of our second assertion to true. Run the code to ensure it works. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed, indicating test result passed 1. It means that our assert not equals works as expected. In particular, it checks that the state of the checkbox after clicking was checked. Let's move on to the next TestNG assertion, which is assert.assert true. In TestNG, assert.assert true condition is an assertion method used to verify that a given condition evaluates to true. If the condition evaluates to false, the test will fail. In the brackets, we have the condition parameters. This parameter represents the condition that you want to test. It can be any expression that returns a Boolean value. Let's add this assertion to the test script. Back to our Find Elements form, the form consists of two fields, email and confirm email. We can write the test script for the assert true TestNG check for them. For that reason, first inspect the email field and copy its HTML code from the DOM of the web page. In the next step, open ChatGPT and paste the HTML of the email field into the sentence prompt field. Then inspect the confirm email field on the form and also copy its HTML code. Back to the ChatGPT and paste the HTML of the confirm email field into the sentence prompt field below the email field HTML. Once the HTML codes of both email and confirm email fields were pasted, write at the top the next sentence prompt. Write a Selenium Java test script to find and fill in the first email and confirm email fields by XPath. Submit the prompt. ChatGPT provides a sample Selenium test case written in Java to find and fill in the email and confirm email fields using XPath. Now let's add assert.assertTrue to this test script. Write down one more sentence prompt. Also, add a TestNG assert.assertTrue to verify whether the email and confirm email fields consist of the same values. ChatGPT provides the Java test script using Selenium WebDriver with the desired assert.assertTrue TestNG check. Let's check it in IntelliJ IDEA. Click on the Copy Code button. Return to IntelliJ IDEA, create an assertion true new public class, and paste the test script that was generated by ChatGPT into it. Then, change the public class name fill email fields test to match the name of the test script file, which is assertion true. Also, don't forget to set the path to the Chrome driver executable on your device by replacing it on the system.setProperty line of the code. One more thing to run the test script is to add the URL of the web page with our email and confirm email fields in the driver.get method of the code. Paste it into the brackets. Now let's pay attention to the assert that has been added. Assert true, email value.equals, confirm email value. Email and confirm email values are not the same. Checks whether the email value and the confirm email value are the same. If they are not the same, the assertion will fail with the provided message. Email and confirm email values are not the same. If they are the same, the assertion passes. To verify our assertion, let's first try to run the test case with the negative scenario. For that reason, find emailfill.line of code and change the attribute key to send to example@example.com. In that case, it becomes different than is displayed on the confirm email field line of code. Thus, the assertion result should be failed. Now we can run the code to ensure everything is correct. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and assertion error will be displayed. Email and confirm email values are not the same. Expected, true, actual, false. It means that our negative test case for such assert true condition works as expected. Now let's try a positive scenario. For that reason, change back the attribute key to send of the email. Fill line to example@example.com. It should be the same as on confirm. Email field line of code. Run the code to ensure it works. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed, indicating test result passed 1. It means that our assert true works as expected. In particular, it checks that values that were input into the email and confirm email fields are the same. Let's move on to the next TestNG assertion, which is assert.assertFalse. In TestNG, assert.assertFalse condition is an assertion method used to verify that a given condition is false. If the condition is true, the assertion fails, indicating that the expected condition does not hold true. In the brackets, we have the condition parameters. This is the Boolean expression of condition that you want to verify. It represents the statement that you expect to be false. Let's add this assertion to the test script. As an example, we can use the same scenario as for the previous assertion. Navigate back to the IntelliJ IDEA and create a new public class, for example, assertion false. Then copy the code of the entire assertion true script file and paste into the assertion false script file. Once the code is pasted, change the public class name to assertion false. Now we should change our assertion from assert true to assert false. Change it. After we change this assertion to false, it checks whether the email value and the confirm email value are not the same. If they are the same, the assertion will fail with the provided message email and confirm email values are not the same. If they are not the same, the assertion passes. Let's check it out. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and assertion error will be displayed. Email and confirm email values are not the same. Expected, false, actual, true. It means that our negative test case for such assert false condition works as expected. Now let's try a positive scenario. For that reason, change email field.sendKeys value to be different than confirm email field.sendKeys value. For example, x@example.com. Run the code to ensure it works. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed, indicating test result passed 1. It means that our assert false works as expected. In particular, it checks email value.equals, confirm email value, are false, and the assertion passes as these values are different. Let's move on to the next TestNG assertion, which is assert not null object-object. In testing frameworks like TestNG or JUnit, assert not null object-object is an assertion method used to verify that a given object reference is not null. If the object reference is not null, the assertion passes. However, if the object reference is null, the test fails. In the brackets, we have the object parameters. This parameter represents the object reference that you want to check for not being null. Let's add this assertion to the test script. As an example, we can use the first name field of our Find Elements form. Navigate to the web page with the form and inspect the first name field. The HTML code of the first name field will be displayed. In this code, we can find the max length attribute that equals 100. It means that into the field we can only input 100 characters. Let's try to write a Selenium Java test script to find this field, then add assert not null TestNG assertion with the help of ChatGPT. Right-click on the mouse and copy the HTML code of the first name field. Next step, go to the ChatGPT and input the sentence prompt. Write me a Selenium Java test case for locating an element by XPath on. Paste the URL of the web page with the element below the prompt. Also, paste the HTML code of the first name field below the prompt. ChatGPT provides a sample Selenium test case written in Java for locating the specified input element using XPath on the provided web page. Next step, we can add to this test case the assert not null TestNG check. For that reason, write down the next sentence prompt. Add TestNG assert not null for the max length 100 attribute. ChatGPT provides a modified code with TestNG's assert not null for the max length attribute. Let's check it in IntelliJ IDEA. Click on the Copy Code button. Return to IntelliJ IDEA and create an assertion not null new public class. Next step, paste the test script that was generated by ChatGPT into it. Also, rename the public class from XPathLocatorTest to assertion not null. Also, don't forget to set the path to the Chrome driver executable on your device by replacing it in the system.setProperty line of code. The test script is ready. Now let's pay attention to the assert that has been added. This assertion checks whether the max length attribute of the first name input web element is not null. If the max length attribute is null, the assertion will fail with the provided message max length attribute is not null. If the max length attribute is not null, the assertion passes. Let's run the code to ensure everything is correct. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and in a couple of seconds, the test results will be displayed, indicating test result passed 1. It means that our assert not null works as expected. In particular, it checks max length attribute value is not 0, and the assertion passes as this value is 100. Let's move on to the next TestNG assertion, which is assess null object-object. In testing frameworks like TestNG or JUnit, assert null object-object is an assertion method used to verify that a given object reference is null. If the object reference is indeed null, the assertion passes. However, if the object reference is not null, the test fails. In the brackets, we have the object parameters. Object. This parameter represents the object reference that you want to check for nullness. Let's add this assertion to the test script. As an example, we can use the same script as assert not null and only change the assertion from assert not null to assert null. After changing, it checks whether the max length attribute of the first name input web element is null. If the max length attribute is not null, the assertion will fail with the provided message max length attribute is not null. If the max length attribute is null, the assertion passes. Let's run the code and check it out. Click on the play icon. The Chrome web page that is being controlled by automated test software will be opened, and an assertion arrow will be displayed. The max length attribute is not null. Expected null, actual 100. It means that our assert null TestNG assertion works as expected, failing the test case as the actual value is 100 instead of null. In conclusion, TestNG provides a robust set of assertion methods, allowing you to validate the expected outcomes of your tests effectively. By incorporating assertions into your test methods, you can verify various conditions and behaviors of your application under test, ensuring its correctness and reliability. That's all from our side. The final code will be available in the lecture materials and on our website. If there are topics that you would like to see, write a comment or question to the lecturer. And we hope to see you in the next video.